everyone. Welcome to the sports talk show presented by Lexus. Experience amazing at your new Lexus dealer. I'm Michael Mursky with Issa Mansour and Emmett Smith. Today we will be talking about a couple stuff. First, where we think LeBron will go, destination LeBron. Second, where we think Manny Machado will go, destination Manny. And third, we have Lamar Jackson, the 32nd overall pick of the Baltimore Ravens. We'll start with destination LeBron, and we'll start with Emmett. Emmett?
I think LeBron's going to the Sixers. At the beginning of the year, he picked 4 teams that he was thinking about going. His top 4. Narrowed it down. He chose the Sixers, the Rockets, the Lakers, and and going back to the Cavs. Sixers are part of that, are one of the teams. And then also, they have a young core, which means that LeBron can go and take those players under his wing and mentor them. And he's already started doing that with Ben Simmons. They're very close. And that's something that if he wants to, if he wants people to think of him as the GOAT more, then he should think about mentoring players at this point, because he's getting older. And I mean, he should still think about playing basketball, but mentoring too, because Michael Jordan was known as someone who wasn't really very good with mentoring people and helping others. And yeah.
Issa?
Well, I think, as you said, Michael Jordan was not very good at it. So mentoring people in Philly, it could help cement his reputation, as some people think he's the best player of all time, even better than Michael Jordan. Personally, I don't think so, but I do think he should go to the Sixers. The Sixers, they have good young pieces. Sign LeBron to a 4-year deal. Let him play there till he retires. And you have 4 years of championship contending, and probably, I'm just going to rattle in here, they will win at least 2 championships. So, if they get LeBron and they keep Simmons, if Fultz develops, and if they can keep JJ Redick, and if Joel Embiid, if he becomes the next Karl Anthony Towns, I mean, you have a big 3 right there: Simmons, Embiid, and LeBron.
I think Embiid could be better than Towns, but the thing I was going to say was that they're young, so LeBron can get a very big contract right now because they're not paying as much, because these players were just drafted, so they're on their draft contracts. So
just to say my opinion, I disagree with both of you. I think he'll go to the Cavaliers because he's from Cleveland, but no one cares about my opinion. So let's move on to the next
he already left the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he already left the Cavs.
Yeah, he could go back.
And he's not from Cleveland, he's from Akron, though.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know I think it might come down to what his family wants.
Yeah, maybe he'll go to LA because isn't his son going to school?
Not necessarily.
But
he'll go wherever he goes
to school in LA. Anyway, let's just move on to our next topic.
One last point. He already has 2 mansions in LA.
So he has a house. He has nothing.
Yes, but he'll help develop the Sixers, and I think it would greatly help his reputation. He wants to be the best player of all time, and he wants more championships.
I see.
3 words: complete the process.
Okay,
fair enough.
Yeah, so I guess I agree. Yeah, you guys both have a good point. And let's move on to the next topic, which would be destination Manny, where we think Manny Machado go. And just to add on, what position do you think that he will play on that team? We're going to start with Issa Mansour.
So I think that Manny Machado will go to the Yankees. He'll sign a $400 million deal, probably 8 years. And so he will, I think they'll play third base. So if I were the Yankees, and if I was the Steinbrenner family, what I would do is I would trade for Machado, give up Miguel Andujar, and maybe a prospect. Because realizing you're only getting 2 months out of him, you're not going to trade away Gary Sanchez or Gleyber Torres, but you can trade away someone who's coming up and who could be good, and then in season you sign him to a long-term deal.
But they're not going to risk taking the trade now with this little time left, because he might not resign. I think they'd rather wait until free agency and then try and sign him then. Every team.
But the price will be higher in free agency.
The price may be higher. No, it won't, because they get 2 months now, and they don't have to. They get 2 months, and they have to give up good players, and then they have to pay him $400 million.
But the thing is
I think he's gonna go to.
The thing is 8 years and 2 months of Machado worth say a career of. Is 8 months and 2 years of Machado worth a career of Andujar?
I don't think the Orioles are stupid enough to not trade.
I think no. If they're gonna keep Machado for the rest of the year because if they trade him now, they're not gonna get nearly as good of a package as they will once free agency or as they would have when the season started. So there's no point in trading him. They're not gonna get that. They're not gonna get that much.
They're not gonna get that much, but they're still getting more than they would if they were free agency. Free agency, they get nothing back.
But Machado hasn't said that he necessarily wants to leave. He said that he wants to consider staying.
But the thing is, the O's can't pay him.
They might resign him.
But the O's can't pay him. That's the thing. Chris Davis unless
they can release Chris Davis or they can trade Chris Davis. Someone will take on that contract.
No way.
No, Timofey Mozgov. If Timofey Mozgov can get traded with a $16 million contract, then Chris Davis can get traded.
What about Adam Jones?
Adam
Jones will stay.
Adam Jones will stay. They can't trade Jones, but Jones is a free agent coming up too.
True.
So
I think the Orioles.
But I think Adam Jones really does like Baltimore, and he likes it here.
He's found
so he might be able. He might be willing to take a lesser contract.
I agree. Let's move on to our third and final topic. Lamar Jackson, who was picked. Kind of surprisingly, though, he was picked this low. The 32nd pick, the last pick of the first round. The Ravens traded the pick to Philadelphia for 2 second rounders, one this year, one next year. So we're gonna start with Issa Mansour. What does he think?
So I think that the question is not whether Lamar Jackson will start. Really, the starting job is Flacco's to lose. Unless Joe Flacco gets hurt or seriously injures himself, then Lamar Jackson will not start.
No, he's
but the battle is the backup QB position.
I agree. Flacco is not losing his job unless he gets injured because he's a big name in Baltimore and they've him on a huge contract, which is dumb, but.
No, he's good.
He's not an elite quarterback.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I looked at
He's one of the
do we have a caller on the line?
We have a caller on the line here, and it looks like it's Dikembe from
the
Atlanta.
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Hi, I'm Dikembe. I got voice surgery, so my voice is a little different now. But anyway, how do you think Lamar Jackson is going to compare to all the other NFL quarterbacks in the next couple of years? Is he going to be better than Rosen? Will he be better than Darnold? What's going on here?
I think
I think that he has the potential to be better than all of them, but so do they have the potential to be better than him. But I think with the way the NFL is shaping up, I think it'll move into more of a dual threat quarterback who can run, who is fast, is mobile, and I think that soon there might not be as much of a place for the people like Darnold or Rosen in the Josh Allen in the league.
Because Josh Allen has the arm. He doesn't have.
He's gonna be a
Josh Allen has the 80-yard arm.
Yeah,
but the question is, does he have the legs?
No, he does not.
Josh Allen, I heard, is going to be a third-string quarterback. And speaking of the third-string quarterback, I think Lamar Jackson will be a third-string quarterback.
I disagree. Robert Griffin is a third.
I think Robert RG3 will be the backup. Flacco will start. And
we've seen what's happened in the past with RG3.
Anyway, we're out of time now. So thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. This show is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing at your new Lexus dealer and
bye from the Albert Bell Sports.
Bye.
Yeah.